Hey there, welcome to LSAT Demon Daily. I'm Nathan Fox, that's Ben Olson. We're the founders of LSATdemon.com and our weekly podcast, Thinking LSAT. We've got an email here from Carol.
Hello, Ben and Nathan. I recently came across this information on conditional scholarships, which lists the schools who offer conditional scholarships and the percentage of students who lost them over the last 1 to 2 years. Okay, and then we have a link here to law school transparency. We'll include that. I was surprised to see that law schools such as Seton Hall, Rutgers, and New York Law are on the list.
Yeah, so this is information that's available on the 509 report for all of these schools. This link is Law School Transparency, which is now part of LSAC, and they have aggregated the data about conditional scholarships. So they're showing trends in conditional scholarships. The thing that I thought was funny was if you're looking at that chart, Ben, the yellow line, the yellow line is showing the percentage of schools that had, the blue line is the percentage of schools that had conditional scholarships. The yellow line is the percentage of students with a conditional scholarship that lost scholarship value.
Yeah. Yep.
And there's a dip. What do you think happened in 2018, 2019? Because the number of schools or the percentage of schools that are offering conditional scholarships did not decline.
Remained the same. Yeah. And then it dropped for the number of students who lost value.
Significantly. From 27% of students with a conditional scholarship lost some scholarship value to, in 2019 only, 9.6% of students with a conditional scholarship lost scholarship value. But then in 2020, it was right back up to where it had been before. And in 2021, it's even higher than it was in 2018. So what do you think happened in that dip?
To be clear here, it says 2019 represents the 2019 to 2020 academic year. Of course, that's when at the end of that year, COVID hit. So
I don't think it's COVID.
What do you think it is then? What happened in 2019?
Bad publicity for conditional scholarships. I remember there being like a hullabaloo about how bad these conditional scholarships are, and you got to watch out for a school that's going to cut your scholarships. So my hypothesis when I looked at that was, for 1 year, some schools decided to clean up their act, and then they got right back to their shenanigans in the next couple of years.
I mean, the other big variable here at the end of the 2020 year, of course, was the start of COVID. Maybe schools lost the will to deny people scholarships without all the other
and then got it back immediately
on.
A year into the pandemic.
Yeah.
Who knows? We can only speculate. Conditional scholarships are a thing. They're not going away. They are something that you need to worry about. There's a table down here, which is kind of interesting. They aggregated the data of legal job rates at schools that do and do not have conditional scholarships. Also, they aggregated LSAT data. So schools that don't offer conditional scholarships tend to have higher LSATs. They also tend to have a higher, like 10% higher legal job placement rate.
Yeah.
Schools that don't have that do have conditional scholarships tend to also be worse. Not surprisingly, they tend to be worse at actually getting people into legal jobs, and they have lower LSAT, which is why they're worse at getting people into legal jobs. This does not mean that you should avoid a school that has conditional scholarships. It just means that if you're going to go to a school that does offer conditional scholarships, or if you're going to go on a conditional scholarship, you need to realize that, at some schools, I'm looking now at Western State, back in this was 2020, 2021. Because this table weirdly has the most recent years on the left. But Western State last year, 106 people at the school had conditional scholarships, and almost 70% of them lost it.
Yeah. Wow.
So, that's the type of shit you got to watch out for. That's the shenanigans. And by the way, this is all last year. 66% at California Western, 55% at Drake, 55% at Golden Gate, 55% at New York Law School.
Those are high numbers. I mean, if you're getting a conditional scholarship where more than 50% of the people are losing it, you're getting something that you're likely to lose.
Yeah, I would say you have a 50 you whatever the rate is of them losing it. I mean, on average, you look like the people at your school that are similarly situated. You know, your LSAT and GPA make you similar to those people, and you're also similar in lots of other ways. And they might have you in a class that's curved where some percentage of you are definitely going to lose your scholarship by definition.
Yeah.
Anything more for Carol?
No, thanks for sharing. Email daily@lsatdemon.com if you'd like to ask us a question or share some LSAT or law school admissions news. Thanks for listening.